Many saw current AlphaTauri driver Pierre Gasly's race-winning antics in Monza as a sign of him staking a claim in the senior Red Bull team, especially since current Red Bull driver Alex Albon was still struggling to match teammate Max Verstappen. Team principal Christian Horner has now explained why they are right to stick with Albon. I'm your host Dylan Shelley, and first up on Formula World, why Albon trumps Gasly. Horner began by comparing Gasly's and Albon's performances last year before and after the mid-season driver swap at Red Bull. Gasly had absolutely equality of equipment to Max. Obviously, Alex then got in the car and scored more points than him in fewer races. Pierre had a very tough time in the car here last year, so I think it was the right decision to make. He has recovered in that environment, the car is easier to drive, that's inspired confidence, and he's got his mojo back. He further explained why Alpha Tauri is the right place for Gasly. If we didn't think he was worthy of being in Formula 1, we would have released him from his contract, but we didn't feel that was the case. We felt that circumstances had played out the way they had and that Alpha Tauri, or Toro Rosso as it was at the time, would be a better environment for him. He signed off by pointing out one area where Albon has fared better at the senior team. If you cast your mind back with Pierre, where he qualified tended to be where he finished, but with Alex, his racecraft has been first class since he got in the car. If you think back to Silverstone this year, driving around the outside of people into cops, he's certainly very brave. Fast feed. Red Bull's Max Verstappen is looking forward to getting back to racing, especially after not actually doing a lap in the race at Mugello. He also feels that Sochi is not the easiest place to overtake, but he's hoping that this weekend he won't need to do much overtaking and that they can get a good result. Alpha Tauri team principal Franz Tost thinks they will of course lose a lot of downforce, but he wouldn't be surprised if they are back on the same level in 2021. He is also convinced that Mick Schumacher will also drive successfully in Formula 1, and he hopes he will drive in Formula 1 next year. He further believes that his driver Pierre Gasly has the potential to become a champion, and expects that if he continues to develop in this way, he will be one of the big stars of the future. Former F1 driver Ralf Schumacher understood Max's irritation very well. Again, his car didn't work as it should and the engine still isn't on the same level as Mercedes. He also feels the chance to become the youngest world champion has already been lost, and that will hurt a lot. Former F1 team boss Eddie Jordan feels that if you bring Hamilton and Verstappen together in the same team, you just have a legendary boxing fight like between Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier, but every fortnight. Former F1 driver Mark Schauer is of the opinion that Ferrari is now just like Schumacher's Ferrari used to be. It's easier to steer in, but Vettel doesn't like a snappy rear. FIA single-seaters technical head Nicholas Tombatsis has revealed that they are already thinking about the engine rules of 2026, where they want to take another big step towards green technology and sustainability. AlphaTauri's Daniil Kvyat has stated that it's great to have a home race and hopes the spectators will really enjoy the show, and he thinks the grandstand at Turn 3 is still named after him. Ferrari team principal Mattia Binotto thinks they have a lot more competition today. The level of organisation and development is much higher. Mercedes' Lewis Hamilton feels that you grow together as a team, and therefore he has to make sure their values, goals and wishes are in harmony. Pirelli boss Mario Isola has confirmed that they have gone a step softer with the tyre choice in order to provide extra speed and an additional challenge in terms of tyre strategy. He, however, feels that Sochi places relatively low demands on tyres, so a one-stop race should still be possible. And McLaren team principal Andreas Seidel has revealed that he watches future driver Daniel Ricciardo very closely, same as he did before, and is happy with what he's seeing. What do you want the F1 engines of the future to be? Head over to my community page to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you liked this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.